evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is still only right here. I am Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hammonton Mike, with some nice sports picks for all you degenerates out there. Don't worry, I love you guys too. You guys need to eat and feed your families too. I understand. That's why I give you a nice 10-pack of picks every week. Nice recovery last week, coming off the struggles of the opening week, but that's okay. Right now we are 8-11-1, which is a good, we're getting near the Mendoza line, so I'm happy about that. But let's get to the picks, shall we? For the first pick in college, I'm playing 3 home favorites. We're going to start off with Marshall, the Thundering Herd, giving 10 to Florida International. This should be a runaway. Florida International shouldn't even be in this game. The line started to move down a little bit. I'm still taking the Herd for Marshall. Take Marshall, give the 10 points. We're off to a better game, which is going to be Houston against Memphis. Memphis coming off an undefeated season last week, losing to Navy, and Houston winning as usual, 22 ranked in the country. I think Houston wins this game. I don't want to say it's not a contest, but I just don't think Memphis is going to recover after that big loss to Navy, taking them out of undefeated season, things to that effect. They do have Temple coming up soon. I don't think it's a look-ahead game, but I do think Houston wins this game. So take Houston, giving the 7 over Memphis. I'm going to take a little surprise here. I'm going to take the Tulane Wave, okay, playing Army. In Army. Tulane has come on a little bit. The last couple of games they have played well. Some people say they're outmatched in this game when Army can throw the ball like they can. I'm not worried about it. Tulane's even getting points in this. I'm taking a road dog. Tulane getting 2.5 over Army. Love it. Take Tulane. And I know what people are going to say with this because I've taken them 2 weeks in a row, but I'm still going to take them. I'm going to take the TCU Horned Frogs over Kansas. And this is a very big line, but tell you what, if anybody's seen Kansas play this year, Kansas is awful. They will get smoked in this game. They're playing in TCU. TCU getting beat up last week, ruining his season for them. I think TCU bounces back in a big way at home, and I do think they run up the score. Take TCU giving 45. That's right, I said TCU giving 45. Take it and cash it against Kansas. My last pick's going to be the Utah Utes, giving 5.5 to Arizona. Even though they are playing in the desert of Arizona, supposedly in the Desert Storm defense and all that good stuff, I still think Utah proved himself last week. Good team, still in the hunt, still in contention for a good bowl. Utah giving 5.5. Love it. Take the Utes. Let's go over the NFL. I'm taking 4 home favorites this week. Okay, we're going to start off with the Green Bay Packers, and I know the last 2 weeks they've lost, they've struggled a little bit. Rodgers looks a little human, but they've also played the Denver Broncos, who have a great defense, and so do Carolina. So we're going to get that out of the way now. Green Bay home against Detroit, just what they need. Detroit coming off a bye week. Detroit stinks. Caldwell should have been gone a while ago. I don't care if it's a bye week. Unfortunately, they have Megatron, they have Stafford, they have Golden Tate, they have Joe Bell. Excuse me, they're not having good years. I think Rodgers bounces back in a big way this week. Take Green Bay, give the 12 points over Detroit. That's right, Packers, give the 12 and take them. The other home favorite I'm going to take is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Home this week, giving 5.5 to those lowly Cleveland Browns. And Cleveland Browns shocked the world, starting Johnny Manziel again. Oh, God. Does that even help Cleveland's cause? No. Because Pittsburgh is home. I don't care if they have Landry Jones in there. I don't care what the issue is. I think they beat Cleveland handily. Take Pittsburgh, giving the 5.5. I'm going to take a road dog this week. I'm going to take those Minnesota Vikings in Oakland. Minnesota's getting 2.5. I think Minnesota has a lot to prove this week, even though Oakland's played a lot better. They could make the wild card this year. They have a good shot at making a wild card this year. I still think you got to go with Minnesota. Minnesota is an up-and-coming team. Teddy Bridgewater, his status is up in the air. I think he still plays, though. And he has that chemistry going with Stephon Diggs right now, I think, and Adrian Peterson back there. I think Minnesota gets it done. Take Minnesota getting 2.5 on the road. Home favorite this week. Peyton Manning could be washed up. He could be whatever the case may be, but I still like him at home this week. They're playing Kansas City, who is on the verge of losing a coach again. There's been swirls of Andy Reid getting fired. They just started throwing to their wide receivers lately and getting touchdowns. I think this Kansas City team is in a little bit of disarray. I like Denver this week. Denver giving 4.5 at home. take the Broncos beating the Kansas City Chiefs. And my last one this week is going to be those Seattle Seahawks at home. Playing a tough game against the Arizona Cardinals. Here comes Arizona with Chris Johnson, multiple receivers, Carson Palmer. I just think Seattle's got to get back into the swing of things here. I mean, this is a must game for them. Every game from here on out is a must game for Seattle. But I think the Seahawks can get it done at home some way, somehow. Giving 2.5 to those Arizona Cardinals, take Seattle and give the points. Well, that's all I have for this week, folks. Take those picks. Use them, remember, for entertainment purposes only. Here at the Sports Box, we try to provide whatever we can for our viewers because the only opinion that matters is still right here. Take those picks. Let's make them count. Let's cash them right in. Let me know how everything's going. I'll take your feedback. I love it. Take care, folks. Have a good one. Let's do it this weekend. See you.